Hello, Aries. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is your weekly read for the week of the 13th to the 19th of January 2020. If you'd like a private reading with me, Aries, then there's a link up there to book in for one of those. They're 3 pages long, and I get them out within 24 hours of you booking them. You'll notice at time of booking, you can choose what area of your life you want them to be about. You can choose one, or you can choose them all if you want. And there's some upgrades as well if you want some discounts at time of booking. Add things on, like an energy healing or something, add things onto it. Okay, Aries. What have you got going on this week? Generally, got belief in self and peace. So, challenges that are coming up this week are encouraging you to believe in yourself more. So maybe you've been questioning yourself, whether you're really ready for something, some for good things that are coming into your life. This is saying just be at peace with that. The questions in your mind are coming up for you to believe in yourself more, for you to, it's showing you like what your subconscious mind is fearful, that you're not good enough, that you're not ready yet, things like that. Listen to that. Don't take it on, but listen to that and go, okay, that's where my subconscious mind is that. I'm going to be at peace with that. I'm going to believe in myself more. Tell yourself, I can do it. I am good enough. I've got what it takes. I can have this. Believe in yourself more and be at peace with what comes up this week. As I said, it could be challenging, but it's kind of in your mind that it's challenging. I'm not feeling like it's big life challenges this week, just more internal challenges of you not feeling good enough, not feeling ready, that kind of thing. And so believe in yourself more. It feels like a preparation week for you. Aries, preparation for maybe romance, for reaching out. Okay. So this could be that you've got a new relationship coming in, Aries, and you're like, oh, this is a big one for me. Am I good enough for this person? They seem to be out of my league, that kind of thing. Bit nervous about asking them out or saying yes to their invitation to go out with them. You're just opening up at the moment. Remember, the challenges in it are about how you're feeling about yourself, what you're thinking about yourself, and being at peace with that, believing in yourself more. So you're being prepared for this new relationship that you've got coming in. Reach out to them, like instigate it, start that relationship off with that foundation of being at peace with yourself, believing in yourself, not listening to your fearful subconscious mind. Well, listening to it enough to be able to override that, saying, I do have what it takes. I am good enough. I can have this. I can deal with this. I'm good enough and I deserve this. That kind of thing. Give yourself pep talks, but don't be sucked into that fearful subconscious voice telling you that you're not good enough. Right, what have you got going on in your love life this week? Aries, you've got service and clear within. Oh, Aries, yeah. I told you this a few weeks ago as well. Aries, maybe it was last week. Are you trying to help people all the time? Are you like getting into relationships with people that are like customers, a project instead of a partner, someone to help instead of someone that can be standing by your side, being a partner to you? This is like clear that out. Stop looking for someone to help. You don't want to be in a relationship like that. Now, that's not that we don't help each other when in good relationships, we do. But that's very different than getting into a relationship that's like a parent-child relationship, someone for you to look after, or like a therapist-client relationship, someone that's just not sorting the shit out and you're trying to help them or coach them all the time, that kind of thing. Or, those imbalanced relationships, you do not want that. You need to clear that out. Stop looking for that. And know that makes you feel good, Aries. It makes you feel good helping people and giving to people. You can do that. You do that in your work. Do that in your service. Don't do it within relationships, because that's how you're getting into one-sided relationships, Aries. That's how you're continually disappointed by relationships. Don't do that. So in your general part, you've got about this romance and reach out to it. This is so important this week to not do this. Don't fall into this pattern again. Now, this person probably isn't like that, and don't make them be like that. Don't steam into their life and then try and fix them, sort everything out for them, be of service to them. Don't do that. Don't have that focus, and you don't want to create that pattern again, because you know it disappoints you. Do that in other areas of your life, as I said. Aries, go within transformation. This is your love life again. So you can have a very different experience now with this new relationship that's coming in, this person you're reaching out to, once you feel good enough for it. And maybe that's it, Aries. Maybe you just haven't felt good enough And so you think that you need to be of service to someone in a relationship. Like you're not enough as you are, just your presence, your presence, like your personality, who you are, that's not enough. So you think you need to help them too. You think you need to be their therapist too. You think that you need to sort their lives out. You think you need to cook and clean for them and all of that. It comes from this not believing in yourself. So go within and transform that. You're transforming how you're feeling about yourself, what you're thinking about yourself at the moment. You don't owe the world and other people stuff, Aries. You're enough as you are. You're great to be around. I love my Aries friends. I've got a lot of Aries in me too. You're great as you are. You don't need to give. You don't need to be mama too. You don't need to be the therapist too. I've got a bug crawling around on my face. So transforming how you're feeling about yourself so that you can be in better relationships. And I feel that that's starting off this week, and it's like you're on a bit of an intensive path at that moment. With it coming up in the general part of the reading and in that too. Yeah, you're being opened up to relationships, but there's inner work to do to make that a healthy relationship this time. If you want some help with that, come along for a reading, Aries. I can help you. Your higher self can tell you different patterns, how to release those that you've got going on to really help you. Let this be a healthy relationship this time. Awesome. What have you got going on in your work, Aries? You're on track, surrender. Don't need to push forward. With your work, you've asked for things, you've wanted improvements, you want more clients or more money or a better job, or you want change. You've asked for that, is coming. You are on track to it. You need to let go now. Let the universe take the lead. Let your higher self take the lead. You do not need to be in control of that. Remember, life is a co-creation with the universe, with your higher self. Let your higher self take the lead. There's some things that it does better than you. A lot of things it does better than us. You can surrender way more than you think. You don't need to be in control of everything, Aries. You are on track to those changes that you want in your work. Just surrender a little more. Let go of it. Let your higher self lead you to what's better. Be more of a passenger in it. Oh, nice. So, also in your work this week, you've got respect and abundance. So, the more respect that you have for yourself, the more abundance that you're going to attract to you. And so, sometimes we get what we want when we say no. Interesting story for you. So, when I first started out in corporate, this is way back in my 20s, I'm almost 50 now. So in my early 20s, I started working in corporate, and it was after I graduated. I was a single parent at the time, really struggling with money, but I started off in this corporate job. It was like a graduate job, and I realized when I first started off in it that it wasn't enough money. It wasn't enough for me to pay my rent and childcare and to eat food too, right? But I knew that it was worth doing it in the long term because I needed to get myself out of this poverty trap. So I'm like, I'm just going to do whatever it takes, right? And so I survived those first few months. It was hard and I got very thin because I couldn't hardly afford food at all. I was eating like the cheapest bread and oh, it was crazy. But my baby was getting the very best of it. And I persevered until this point, right? This point happened, and it was when I I had to go and see this manager about something. And he was asking me how I was going, and I was really honest with him. And he was this old dude, old school dude, you know. He probably wasn't expecting me to be so female and honest about it. And I said, yeah, the work's great, not a problem with it. I'm enjoying working with everyone. But I do have a problem, is I can hardly afford to eat right now. The salary that I'm getting from this job is not enough right now for me to pay rent and my bills and eat. And he went off at me. He was really angry. Obviously, was the kind of guy that hadn't had that experience, or just didn't think that the feminine thing, or the being actually honest about stuff was valid or whatever. I don't know, but he was really angry with me. He went off at me and started yelling at me. But what he said, you need to sort your priorities out. You need to, do you really want this job? He started threatening me like that. He was very obviously very uncomfortable with it, what I just said. You got to ask yourself, do you really want this job? He was in my face, and I was like, fuck you. I got up out of that office and slammed the door behind him. I'd just been really vulnerable, told him everything's going well, but the money isn't enough for me to survive. You can see I'm getting really thin. I wasn't aggressive about it, but I walked out of that and I went and got to my desk, grabbed my bag, and I thought, this is not worth it. I've done this for months now. I've put up with this, and to get that kind of reaction from someone, I'm like, so I went and got my baby, went home. Oh, I was in an emotional state, but I'd said no, I was really strong, right? And then I had a phone call, and it was another manager. It's like, whoa, I just heard what went on. I'm very sorry about that. That guy, he's old school. Don't worry, he's going to be leaving soon. Can you come into work tomorrow, please? Can you come back? Because you're doing a really great job. Went in, they gave me a raise. Settled me down. It's like, you don't need to deal with that guy anymore. He was totally out of order saying that to you, and gave me a raise. It's like, what do you need? Right? This is for you, Aries, this story, because it's the changes will come about when you respect yourself, and sometimes it's about doing that. Maybe it's just like, this is not worth it anymore. I've reached my limit. I've showed you that I'm willing no more than this. You pay me what I deserve now, or you give me that raise now, that promotion. You put me in that position that where I deserve to be now. Getting to that point where you're respecting yourself enough to demand what it is that you want, to ask what it is that you want, and then demand. The answer's back every week. And so yeah, respecting yourself is going to get you the abundance, those changes in your work that you want this week. So I hope that resonated with some of you and gave you that fire to actually go for what you want. It did work for me in the end, but I had to snap. I had to snap for it to happen, and I'm so glad that I asked for it. Maybe just asked the wrong person, hey? But it all worked out in the end. Aries, your money this week. Guidance, doubt cancels abundance. So maybe Aries, that story is your guidance. Maybe you've been holding yourself back from your fire and expressing your true self and saying, look, I want more. I want more than this. If you're in business by yourself, maybe it's time to raise your prices. I deserve more. It's like using your guidance. You're getting guidance, Aries. You're getting guidance. Your higher self is saying you're getting guidance to the abundance that you want. Don't doubt it. Don't think, oh, I need to be more compliant. I need to make people happy to get what I want. No, be yourself, Aries. Your fiery self. Be yourself. Follow that guidance to the abundance you want. Don't doubt it. Don't question yourself. If you want to go for the abundance that you want, don't think, oh, maybe I should be like another star sign instead, not like my Aries self. No, be yourself. Be your fiery self and ask for it. Don't fall back into the blame game, Aries. I've seen some of you do this. Some of my Aries friends, I've seen you do this. Like, it's a little bit like victim mode. Like, you don't fully get in victim mode, Aries, I know, but like some star signs can. But you can get an element of this where things aren't working out for you, and then you want to blame other people, and it's because you don't know how you're doing it yourself, right? And I'm really picking up for a lot of you, it's that you're not fully being yourself. You need to be fully happy with yourself, happy with your fire, happy with being yourself, showing your true self, and you're going to get the abundance that you want from that. But not while you're holding yourself back and then blaming other people, and even blaming yourself. And like, you might be blaming other people, but really you're putting it on yourself, Aries. You're turning it on yourself. Forgive yourself for that. Let go of all of that heaviness around money and just be yourself and go for it. Like, trust in the universe more, trust in abundance more, that it's going to come to you when you're being your full self. I love Aries. I love like how Aries is. I love that Aries part of myself, but I didn't always love that part of myself. I thought it was a wrongness about me. And once I started really embracing it, then life got so much easier in many ways, not just abundance, in many ways. There you go, Aries. If you like this reading, please click like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. What did you get out of it? How can I improve these too? How can I improve these readings? I'd love to hear from you. Share it with your friends as well. Share my channel with your friends. I would be very appreciative if you did that and help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, Aries. I hope you have an amazing week. I'll see you next time. Bye.